All right, welcome to phase three of the beginner to manager course. This phase is going to be on leadership and what you can, or my recommendation on what you should be doing once you actually get into leadership. Now, there still is a lot of value in you watching this before you get there as just a prerequisite, but this is primarily for things for you to be doing after you get into leadership. So, here is our roadmap. We're going to talk about something called slow productivity. Then we're going to go into extreme ownership, and then we'll talk about servant leadership, and then team development. And these are basically the four primary points that you need as a new leader, as a new manager, in order to thrive in this skill set and in this response or with that responsibility. So, keeping up with tradition, we'll go ahead and jump into our first video, slow productivity. So the reason why this is so important is because by this time, right after you've solved a lot of high impact problems, after you set yourself apart, you've taken a lot of extra responsibility to get here. You probably have a lot of responsibility outside of running a team. And running a team does require a lot more energy than a lot of people think and a lot more time than what people think. And so now that you have a team, you want to focus your energy on fewer problems, right? Because you probably have a laundry list of problems, of high impact problems that you want to keep solving in order to add, continue to add that high value. But you'll burn out trying to go at that same speed and running and developing a team. So, slow productivity is first to do fewer things. And what you want to be doing here is you want to focus on one project at a time until it is complete. So, initially, right, you probably were taking on multiple high impact problems and just getting them done when you could. You really want to focus your energy in on one or two and complete those before you move on to other ones. Kind of like we were talking about the Pomodoro method, where you take that 45 minutes and you focus in on one task and then you take a break. You want to do the same thing with your projects or with your problems that you're solving. You want to focus in, get really tight with one or two, and then once those are complete, then you can roll into another one. And so that will really help you, manage your time and your resources as a manager, as a leader. Now, second to that, you want to work at a natural pace. You don't want to burn. You don't want to overwork yourself until you burn out. Again, it's a major temptation when you go from the problem solver into the leader or into the manager. Is you want to do everything that you were doing plus lead and manage a team, and you're going to burn out and your team is going to suffer for it. You're going to be much better, again, focusing on one project at a time and then working at a natural pace. The quality of your work will go up, and over the long term, you'll be able to output much more this way. And then third to that is you want to obsess over quality, right? If you only focus on speed, you will create more work in the long run. Meaning that if you're trying to you work through a problem and you don't flesh it out completely and you only solve it like 70%, then you'll have to go back and fix it later on, right? If you set up a report or a template that only works 70% of the time, then you're going to be constantly going back into it and fixing it and all of that, which is why you want to focus in only on a few until they're next to perfect, and then you move on to the other ones. So you want to do fewer things, you want to work at a natural pace, and you want to obsess over the quality of the fewer things that you're doing. This way you can still maintain a high level of output, a high level of value added, while also being able to develop and serve your team, which we'll cover in the future videos. So be sure to apply slow productivity now that you're leading a team, and we'll see you in the next video. See you there.